Welcome back to Raw Sports Talk. I'm Chris, your favorite stat reader, and we have pitchers and catchers. Baseball kicks off in the MLB World Tour Tokyo Series, and it kind of sounds like it's a WWE wrestling thing, but we have the Cubs hosting the Dodgers and the Cubs. There really is no home team for this, even though they'll give someone a home designation. Now, the Dodgers are minus 155 on the money line. The Cubs are plus 130. The over-under is either at 8 or 8.5 runs. The Dodgers laying a run and a half on the run line are plus 144, meaning if you bet them that way, they got to win by 2 or more. And the Cubs getting a run and a half on the run line are minus 135, meaning if you bet them that way and they win this game outright, you'd win. They lose by 1 run, you win. Now, bets will not be playing in this series for the Dodgers from everything that I've seen. So we're going to go with the pitchers first. Yamamoto pitched twice against the Cubs last year. 4 1/3, 4 innings, 1 run. It wasn't earned. They lost that game 6-3. He struck out 8. Then he went 5 innings, no runs, no earned. They won 4-1. He struck out 8 again, and that was in Chicago. Amanga pitched twice against the Dodgers, both games that he pitched, the Cubs won. 7 innings, 3 runs, 3 earned. They won 6-3. He struck out 4. That was in LA. And then 4 shutout innings. They won that game 8-1, and he struck out 3. That was in Chicago. Head-to-head, these teams are 5-5 against each other. The road team is 6-4. Not that this matters because this is a neutral site game. The underdog is both 6-4 on the money line and 6-4 on the run line. There haven't been any one-run games in their last 10 meetings. So whomever wins, whether it's the favorite or the underdog, generally they've been winning by 2 or more runs. The over is hitting their last 4 games. The over is 8-2. And the over at 8.5 runs was 8-2. And if you get it at 8, the over is 7-2-1. Because one game hit 8 exactly. So forgive me, it'll be 8-1-1 because it'll take away from one of the games that went under. We can't do how these guys have been doing in their last handful of games because there haven't been any games. Usually for baseball, it'll take about 10 games for us to kind of see who's hot, who's not. So the projected lineups for the Dodgers are supposed to be Ohtani, Edman, Freeman, Hernandez, Teskar, Muncy, Smith, Conforto, Rojas, and Pages. That's who it's supposed to be. Ohtani at DH, Edman at second, Freeman at first, Hernandez in right field, Muncy at third, Smith at catcher, Conforto at left field, Rojas at shortstop, and Pages at center field. Now, that's the lineup that they have that's kind of projected, where Ohtani leading off. I don't know if he's actually going to lead off. And then for the Cubs, we have Cubs leading off, for Happ leading off and playing left field, Tucker batting second in right field, Suzuki at DH batting third, Bush playing first, batting fourth, Swanson batting fifth, shortstop, Shaw, third baseman, batting sixth, Crow Armstrong, center fielder at in the 7th spot, Amaya at catcher in the 8 hole, and then Bertie at second base batting ninth. Now, the lineups have not been confirmed. This is just who they kind of project to be there, and I'm sure these teams are going to move players around. It's just sort of interesting to kind of see how this is going to play out, especially now that Betts isn't playing. I'm more so intrigued by the fact that the underdog has done so well when these two teams have played each other. It just seems like it's one of those kind of wild things. But as I said, whomever wins by multiple runs. So if you're going to fall on the sword for the Cubs, you're going to take them as an underdog getting runs. And Amanga looks really good in this particular spot because he beat the Dodgers both times he played them last year. Or the Cubs beat the Dodgers both times he pitched against them. I'm just curious to see how many innings these guys are actually going to pitch. Are we going to get 5 innings out of either of them? Because Yamamoto was dealing in both games. He struck out 8. I am going to take the champions. I'm going to go with the Dodgers on the money line. I will take the Dodgers laying the runs, and I'm going to go over in this one. I know the stats say take the underdog, but I just have a feeling it's the opening game, the Dodgers will probably take this one, and the Cubs will probably take the second one. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.